Nunzziii, and we're at VIP Fitness and Lifestyle. And who's excited to train some back? We're gonna spread our wings and learn to fly in this classic staple back routine that I've done for so many years. I'm so excited to walk you guys through it, okay? Here's how the workout's gonna go. We're gonna start with our barbell back row. This is a compound lift. It's absolutely essential in any back routine. We're gonna move on to a superset with a wide grip lat pull down into a seated cable row, followed by the dumbbell single row. We're gonna do chin-ups, superset with a rope pullover, and then we're gonna finish off with a dumbbell pullover with a burnout on the back extensions, you guys. This is gonna be a meaty workout. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and we're gonna really hit all areas of the back. Before each workout, it's so important that we warm up our bodies, and you guys, I have a whole video dedicated to properly warming up, firing the lats, and making sure that our muscles are primed to get in the gym so we can get the best results possible. I can't wait to get into this. Let's go, let's get excited, let's train. All right guys, here we go. Our first lift of the day is the barbell bent over back row. This is a compound staple lift that we need to do, and we're gonna hit it hard right out of the gates. Couple pointers. We're gonna be doing 4 to 5 sets with a repetition range from 12 to 8 repetitions, kind of in that zone. So you need to make sure you find that appropriate weight where you fail between 8 to 12 reps, and we're gonna bang out 5 sets of that. All right guys, so the setup to the barbell back row is super crucial. We're gonna come over the bar, and what's really important here is the way we bend down. So our butt's gonna stick out, our cores are nice and tight, your chest is gonna be slightly up, it's gonna cause a little bit of slight rounding in the spine, and just a little bit. We're not looking for a huge arc, just enough so we can really get that good contraction with the back. I'm gonna take a nice shoulder width grip, bending down. I always personally like to stand up with the weight and then get into that position. Now in terms of a range of motion, I'm gonna be looking at just going down below my knees, and that's usually a good rule of thumb. Head spine straight, head up. We're going to retract the shoulders, elbows are gonna be slightly flared out, and we're gonna get a really good squeeze. Now a really common mistake I see is guys loading up the bar with way too much weight. You see how I can hold it? This is great. If you can't hold the weight here, it's too heavy. We're gonna do a really slow eccentric, and we're gonna pull right back into the belly button. Here's another great tip. Follow the angle of your quad. When we're rowing back and not necessarily up. That's a really, really crucial point, is I wanna think about pulling back into my belly button rather than up. So watch as I just demo a couple reps here as I'm squeezing down, good breathing, down, and getting that good contraction, squeeze, and hold. Let's get into it, rile it up. How we feeling? Feeling the pump? Moving on, guys, to the superset. No Nunzziii, I love supersetting. It's great for metabolic burn, it's great for the pump, and we're really gonna get these muscles fired up. Our next 2 exercises are staples once again. We're gonna go into a wide grip lat pull down, okay? So we're gonna walk you through the mechanics of this and little tips and tricks. The grip is quite important. I like to go a little bit outside of the shoulders, okay? So a little bit wider. We're gonna take a seat. Now, basically when I'm doing these, you guys, is I want to really make sure that my chest is up, right? Train how you want to look. It's a classic thing Arnie always said, train how you want to look. So have that chest up, that core is always sucked in, so belly button is spine. And what I'm thinking about here is I'm driving my elbows down. Look at that, guys. It's so important. You see how my elbow's driving down? It's not flared out. That's a really common mistake, our elbows going out, when you want to keep those elbows tucked in the entire time. My forearm is extremely straight. I'm getting a really nice stretch of my lats, and I'm thinking about pulling down with my elbow and down right below my chin is usually a good rule of thumb in terms of a range of motion. Control it on the way up, back down, and a great squeeze. And we're gonna really hold that once again. You gotta be able to hold that weight. If you can't, it's a little bit too heavy, okay? So, wide grip lat pull down, absolutely key. From there, we're gonna move on into a seated cable row. For this, you guys, have fun with the attachments. Today we're doing a dual cable system. I like this because it's gonna work both sides unilaterally. If you wanna use a hammer grip, you're more than welcome. There's a lot of different attachments that you can use on a seated cable row, but this is what we're gonna use for today and today's workout. Same idea applies. We really wanna make sure this setup is super important. Whoop. Increase that weight there a little bit. Here we go. So increase the weight. So basically, guys, we're gonna get our feet up, okay? This is so pivotal that we keep that back nice and straight. Any leaning back like that, that's cheating. And you're gonna find as you're going through your set, as you get tired, you're gonna wanna lean back. So be aware of that and really try to stay as upright as possible. Big chest, shoulders retracted. We're gonna get a really good squeeze and a good hold. Now, a couple pointers here. Watch how my shoulders are depressed. This is something you see a lot where we're all really tight in our traps and our shoulders are gonna typically hunch up. You wanna keep that depression, and the idea is that you're driving your elbow to the back pocket. That's a great mental cue that I always use with my clients is good stretch, and I'm driving that elbow to my back pocket, and I'm not letting it get hunched up. You see that? It's super important. So nice control, driving those elbows down, lats are fired, chest is up, core is tight, and we're gonna really have that nice methodical movement throughout the entire rep. We're gonna get a good squeeze. You're always controlling the weight. It's so important on the eccentric, which is the down part right here, that we're in control. Pause and squeeze and retract. And like I said, with all these back movements, the common denominator here is driving that elbow, okay? Let's turn it up. Let's get into it. We're doing 4 sets, 10 reps. Boom. Back is feeling it. We got a lot of blood in there, and this is my favorite back exercise of the whole workout, you guys. Moving on to the single dumbbell row. Why is this my favorite exercise? Because of the range of motion we're gonna get. The lat is a very long muscle. It actually runs all the way down from your tricep all the way down to your lower spine here. So basically what we're looking at here, guys, is a really good range of motion when we're pulling with the dumbbell back row, okay? It's really important that that spine is gonna stay straight. So proper setup is always really important to execute the movements correctly. I got my 50-pound dumbbell here. We're gonna basically post up. I like to personally use a rack. You can use a bench. You can really use whatever's gonna stabilize the body for the movement. So once we're stable, I'm in this bent over position. Similar to the bent over row, my back is slightly arched, just slightly. My core is really nice and tight. Now, once again, I'm picking up the dumbbell, and it's that same principle where I wanna row to my back pocket. That's really, really important. I don't want to get hunched up in the trap. I'm trying to hit that lat, and I'm getting that really good stretch. So I'm going to walk you through a rep here, and as you can see, look how stretching I am. I'm protracted, so the shoulder's out of the socket, and I'm going to row it right back and squeeze. Now, in terms of a foot position, this is kind of personal preference. You can open up, you can stay staggered, whatever's going to be most comfortable for you to get a really good stretch and feel. That's going to be more of a personal preference kind of thing. I like to have my foot back, nice stretch, and I'm squeezing throughout the motion. Control on the way down, full extension, get that stretch of the lat, really open it up, and we're gonna rev it back and squeeze. Good control, back down, and squeeze. Grip the dumbbell nice and tight, and really retract with the shoulder. And once again, I'm really thinking about that elbow and pulling that elbow back, slightly opening my body, core is tight, back is spine, head is straight. We're gonna go back and forth between the two guys. There's no rest. Left side to right side. We're gonna bang out 3 sets, 12 reps. Let's get into it. We flying yet? We gotta be flying, you guys. If we're not yet, this is gonna do it. The next superset is focused on the lats. The really cool thing about the back, you guys, is the way your elbows are positioned are gonna ultimately affect what we're training. So far, we've done a lot of elbows out, which is a lot of our upper back. This next superset's gonna be focused on lats, as we're gonna start with a chin up. We can do chin ups like straight up. If you can do your body weight, that's awesome. For today, we're gonna just go back to the cable system here. Now, I'm gonna do about a shoulder width. Now, the hands are turned in, okay? So palms facing this way. It's really, really important. Now, elbows are out in front of you. This is super important. We have the same principle where the back is straight and the core is tight. Now, I'm thinking about driving these elbows down, but you see how they're in front of me the whole time. this is really, really important. You want to keep these elbows in front of you and not have them flare out. You're trying to really tuck them in, and as you can see, my lat's engaged. And I get that nice stretch, and I'm pulling right down in that good squeeze, right like that, and I'm keeping those elbows tucked in the entire time with no flare. Good stretch, open up. You're gonna feel this a little bit in your biceps, and we're gonna squeeze right down, right below the chin with that back super straight, okay? Boom, chin up. Then we're gonna move over to another lat-focused exercise, and this is a cable rope pull down, okay? So, gonna pick an appropriate weight. As always, pick an appropriate weight to make sure we can control and feel the lat engagement. So, here's how this is gonna work. We're gonna slightly lean back. Very, very pivotal that this arm stays straight. Even if it's like just a little warm up, you can just kind of keep that arm straight, protracted, and go straight down and feel that lat engage. We're gonna mimic that movement, but with the rope and the cable here. So, chest slightly up, leaning back, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring those arms straight down with that chest up, okay? So, it's a very small motion, but man, oh man, it really gets those lats to fire. We're protracted. That's really important on this guy to hit the lats. Shoulders are out of the socket, coming right down to the top of the quad, and that's the moment, the movement we're doing. Back up, control, squeeze right in, bang. Point A to point B lifting, guys. Point A, point B, and nothing else, no movement. You're gonna feel this in your tricep because the lat and the tricep are connected. Getting that good squeeze all the way up and pull it down right in top of the quads. It's like you're almost kind of turtling in, getting that nice squeeze of the lat, okay? We're gonna superset these, 3 sets each, 10 to 15 reps. Let's get it going. I know we're getting tired, strong to the finish. Coming toward the end of the back day, you guys, and we're gonna finish off with a really old school classic lift. And these are always fun. I love to finish my workouts with kind of like a high rep target with 1 set. So what we're gonna do is the dumbbell pullover. This can be used on a chest day or a back day. This is like one of these old school lifts that really makes that V-taper pop, okay? So this is an exercise that's a little bit tricky, especially if we have like tight shoulders. So do be cautious of this and work within your range and always start with a really light weight, okay? So how this is gonna work is we're gonna find a bench, we're gonna grab our weight. Now, we're gonna set up, so the setup's really important that we're resting our body kind of on the upper to lower middle, right in the middle of the back here. So I'm gonna show you guys how this is gonna look. So this is a really good place to set up. We're gonna dip our hips so we can have that open range. You're not up like this, that's incorrect. We wanna have those hips dipped so we can essentially have the range of motion in order to pull the weight up, okay? I'm gonna make a diamond, okay? VIP, what up, let's go. So we're gonna diamond with the weight. My weight's gonna be next to me just like this. I'm gonna grab the weight over top. So now we're in a proper setup position. My core is sucked in, and basically the arms are locked and straight, slight bend in the elbow to release tension on the elbows itself, and we're gonna slowly bring that weight down. Now, I have a good range of motion, so I'm gonna go all the way below my head. Now, if you can't go here, don't go here. Stay from there. My hips are still dipped, so I'm getting that range, and we're gonna pull the weight over top of your face. See how the dumbbell is straight? I don't want to have the dumbbell angled on any kind of weird position. We're trying to keep that dumbbell parallel to the floor the entire time as we get a really good stretch and a really good squeeze. Now, we're doing 1 set, 30 reps in 1 go. So, if you can't get to 30 in 1 go, that's fine. You can put the weight down, shake it out, catch your breath, and the goal here is to try to get to that 30 reps with essentially 1 go, and you can take little mini breaks in between. This is our burnout, you guys. We're finishing strong. So, once again, get that appropriate weight. We're gonna bang them out, squeeze them up, drive with those lats, and let's finish strong. Let's go. Guys, this is coming to the end of the workout here. I'm tired. Lats are fired. Gotta hit the lower back, right? The lower back, we all have lower back pain. Well, let's strengthen it, okay? And this is how we're gonna do it with a lower back extension. Once again, we're gonna break it down. It's just like we did with the pullover. 1 set, okay? Guess what? It's a 5 and a 0. That's right, 50 reps. We're gonna do this, you guys. We're gonna work our way up. Doesn't necessarily need to be an all in one go, but 50 reps is our target. I'm just gonna use body weight. If you wanna add some weight, give you a little one of those. But like I said, the body weight is all we really need for this guy. So, set up. Always the setup. Make sure we take the time to set up. Don't just rush into things. The positioning of this is quite important. So you wanna have it so that your lower back, so the pads are almost on the top of the thighs here, right on the top of your quads, okay? So this is a really good, so this is a perfect position for me, all right? So here we are, now we're gonna bend down. Now, we're not using our glutes to pull us up. This is kind of a tricky thing. I see the mistake a lot. This is a great glute exercise, by the way, but we're trying to focus on that back extension. So being able to differentiate the two is really important. So what I wanna do is keep my quads pressed up against the pad, and we're going to bring that chest up and keeping that core sucked in. That is so important. I don't want to see those bellies out. Keep that core sucked in. You're gonna have your hands below your head, and we're squeezing right up. Down, control, squeeze. Down, control, squeeze. We're getting a little bit of hyperextension. My chest is big, my shoulders are back. Chest up, boom. Down, boom. Look at that, beautiful. Golden Adonis right here. Squeeze up, bang, you're flying away. Oh, you can already feel that, guys. And we're gonna get to 50 reps. I know it's gonna burn. Shake it out if you need to and get back to it. Let's finish this back day. 50 reps, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Are we flying high? Guys, round of applause. 2 claps right here. Great work today. What a fun back day and really effective. These are awesome exercises, you guys, that you have to have in your back day. Do this exact workout. Pick pieces of it. I don't really care, but make sure we're executing, driving with that elbow, and controlling the weight. Before every workout, we gotta cool down. Guys, I'm not gonna run you through a cool down because guess what? I have a video dedicated to that. So here it is, check it out. It's a cool down workout. Make sure we check that out because it's really, really important to get your cool down in. Guys, we're at VIP Fitness and Lifestyle. Always such a great time. Please subscribe, like my channel. We have new workouts coming out every single week, breaking down tips and tricks on how to really get that body of your dreams. It's your boy Nunzzi. I'm always getting excited. Thank you for tuning in. Keep up the great work and let's train. Let's go. Love your life, man.